on TV. Popping out on them, a politicking. Probably in a section where you not permitted. My honey's matching my Dodger fitted. Playing all goal, ain't no stopping in it. Look, salute when you see me. I bought her a CC and that was her purse. Disgusting with do for a purse. Disgusting with do for the clout. I'm one of the realest. The realest could vouch. They thought I was done, but all that doubt. You gotta play my next around. Salute when you see me. Put in the car to my runner gets you speedy. Still thugging like the days when they weren't here in my CD.
NFL football has come to Southern Nevada as we are in the menacing new Allegiant Stadium here in Las Vegas. The atmosphere here electric. No matter the venue, the home folks love their silver and black. They are fired up as their Raiders get set to face off with the Denver Broncos. Fall is in the air, and the NFL season is in full swing, and we're underway here in Week 4. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback.
Now a quick throw out wide to Ruggs. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it second and a foot or so. Carry now for Kareem Hunt.
Second and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on third down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They go play action here. Mon. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Bradley Chubb able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. A give right side now to Hunt. They'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. Now Mon. Looking deep for Adams. And that's caught inside the 35. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. A big play there for the Raiders.
Execution was one of their watchwords leading up to this one. And on that play, able to execute brilliantly here on this opening drive.
So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10.
56, Mike, 56, right there, 56. Hey, let's get that ball, D, let's get that ball.
Mon going to throw it. They'll go screen here to Hunt. And some room to work. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Check 56. Check tight end, check tight. Check tight. Mike 56, Mike 56.
They'll give to Hunt here on the option. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
That's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold.
56, Mike 56, right there, 56. Stop it. Mike 56, Mike 56.
Mon looks to throw. His throw incomplete.
You definitely would like to have hit on that one, because now you've got a 3rd and long showing up, and you just know defense is going to be getting after it. They are pinning their ears back, and they are coming.
Play of this opening drive coming up. This is 3rd down. Here's Mon. Complete. Hunter Henry with the ground. They get a big amount back, 18 yards, but they'll still look at a 4th down now.
Nice job understanding the situation. 3rd and long, kept the play in front of them and made the tackle. They gave up a good chunk of yardage, but it does force a 4th down.
The kick by Carlson is good, and the Raiders jump out to a 3-0 advantage. Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
Keep playing on. The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Play fake. Here's Love. That is taken in by the tight end Fan. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
26 yards.
Nice play call, a little bit of play action right there. If you can get those linebackers to freeze for just a split second, that's usually all the room you need in order to get it to your tight end.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 49-yard line.
receiver, and he's brought down. Maurice Hurst. He's the culprit, dropping him for a 2-yard loss. They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12. Out of the shotgun, it's Love. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Give the sack to David Onyemata, the product of Nigeria by way of Canada. Need something for deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Now Love. They'll fire one downfield for Fant. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. It's a big play there for the Broncos.
Broncos first down.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Throwing. Love. Completes it to Fant on the right side. That catch good for only a couple. Well, this defense for the Raiders, they were excellent a week ago in the win over Pittsburgh.
And every defensive team that we talk to, they spend a lot of time talking about creating turnovers. And anytime you get 2 or more in a game, you've had a really good performance. They exceeded that number in a huge way. They got the football back 4 times in the win.
2nd and 8. Stopped before he could even get started. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
No daylight for him to run through there, and he ran into the defensive tackle, and that guy blocks a whole lot of daylight as it is. He is truly a big man who just made a big play.
On 3rd down, Love. A pass for Sutton is intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Johnson. And the Raiders are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
And he's only able to work this from the 8 to the 10 for a pickup of 2.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
56. Mike, 56. Right there. 56.
You want this? Mike's 56. Mike's 56.
They'll give the punt here on the option. And it caught it up. It's picked up by the Broncos. And this is going to be brought back for a Denver touchdown. So the big fella gets on the scoreboard with a return for a touchdown. Good thing he didn't have to go too far, though.
You know the trainers were very happy about that. Imagine having to go get him in the end zone, escort him to the bench, and give him the oxygen. They were loving the fact that he got in without having to run very far.
On here, Brandon McManus for the point after. He's got it. They'll see that opening drive field goal and raise it a touchdown, and that makes it 7-3.
Raiders 3. Brandon McManus to kick off for Denver.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive.
And they'll be looking to start fresh. Just a moment ago, they were backed up, coughed up the football, and then saw it go the other way for 6 points.
I just wonder, partner, sometimes they put such an emphasis on things. And, you know, in that situation, as they ran out there, they were told, take care of the football, don't cough it up. And sometimes that's the last thing you hear, and that's exactly what you do.
Good job there of getting his tight end involved because he lines up on the right side of the formation, just works his way across the field. I really like how they were in sync on that one. He spotted the open gap in the zone, and his quarterback found him, and they get a first down.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 48-yard line.
Check back 12. Back 12. Back 12. No chance.
They'll run with Hunt. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
56. Mike.
They'll give to Hunt here on the option.
And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
At the Broncos 38-yard line.
Check. 42's the Mike. Go, go, go. Sponge. No.
Mon now off of play action.
Trying to get it to Adams, but it's intercepted.
Picked off by Pat Surtain. And the Broncos are going to have it here at their own 15.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get them down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know what, a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Here's Love. He'll fire one downfield for Fant. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. So, Charles, you talk about this head coach and his future with this franchise. Look, it's been a frustrating year, and I think we saw some of that frustration boil over in his weekly press conference earlier in the week.
Yeah, he's trying to say all the right things, isn't he? But he's heard the rumors. He knows what's going on out there. And right now, he is tired of having to answer the question, are you on the hot seat in every meeting with reporters? This week, he kind of said, I've had enough. And I don't blame him. He looks like a guy that may very well be out the door.
And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got him the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. And 9 yards there on the return following a punt of 47. And the Raiders will take over now, 1st and 10. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15.
Check. Mike 12. Mike 12. Let's pick it up.
He'll look to throw.
Let's get off the field.
Got a man. It's Darren Waller. And he'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. A big play there for the Raiders.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10.
49. 49's the Mike. 49's the Mike. Let's set a tone, fella. Watch the twist. Watch the twist. SOS.
From the gun, here's Mon. That one is caught by Hunt. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
56 Mike.
Off the option, it's Jones. And he'll get this down only to the 18. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instinct. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll set up a throw. He sets up the screen to Jones. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. A yard in the wrong direction makes third down tougher. Third down and 9. Looking to throw. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete. Plenty of shouts from this crowd as they watch the replay. They want a challenge, and they're going to get one. So not successful there on the challenge, and he'll have to be careful from here on out because he'll only have one challenge remaining.
A 36-yard attempt.
The kick by Carlson is good. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. So another good job defensively because they've allowed 3 trips into the red zone, but only the 2 field goals.
Yeah, that's the bend but don't break, isn't it? And they really didn't get broken at all because if you're running off the field having allowed 2 field goals and 3 trips in the red zone, you've actually come out ahead.
Yeah, flip it over to the other side. The offense, they'll hope to cash in for 6 next trip. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first 2 drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? Turnover, you just noted it.
Punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn into first downs and hopefully points.
And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down. You know, if following up on this head coach and the pressure that he is under, CD, I want to switch it to you because you've been on winning teams, but I know you've been in similar situations too where things just are not going well. How do you approach that as a player?
It's a tough approach, Brandon, because you actually have to do the opposite of what you would think. You know, in your mind, you're thinking, I redouble my efforts, I go harder. In a sense, you have to back off a little bit. You have to do a little bit less. Do what you're supposed to do, but don't take on the pressures of doing more and trying to do your teammates' jobs as well. If you do that, that's really going to lead you to more issues.
Now a pass dumped off to his running back.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game, that's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. And in this case, he picks up a first down.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the gun, it's a run for Williams. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
2nd down and 4. Love now. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 34-yard line.
Boy, a lot of moving parts on this play, but what a nice design to leak the running back out to the left and send him down the field. And a good job spotting him and hitting him for a big play.
First down, going to the air with Love. Man open. He's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
From the 25 on second down. Love. He's got his big tight end, Fant.
Love's pass complete to Noah Fant. A gain of 7.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. On the carry. Good pickup on first down.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They stay on the ground. This time it's Williams. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. To pass, here's Jordan Love. He's to the 10. Sutton reeling it in on the left side. And all the way down to the 5.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. They'll try and run. This is Williams. Muscles him off. And he is out of bounds here. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal. When we talk about being on schedule, I think they're on schedule after that run, getting it right down there on the doorstep.
Maybe even a little bit ahead, because now the defense can't dictate with pressure. They're guessing about where you're going to go. I might come right back at them with the same play, the same set, and see if they can stop them.
Second down and goal. Love. And this is incomplete.
Now we've got 3rd and goal coming up, and couldn't you imagine being in that huddle, partner? You know they're looking at each other saying, we can't come away with just 3 points after this drive.
Yeah, they've covered a lot of ground. They want more than that 3. Well, what a stand this would be if they can get the stop here. 3rd and goal. To throw now. Here's Love. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Trayvon Merrick. And the Raiders are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range. On first down, here's Mon. He's going to dump this off to his running back, Hunt. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Up at the 29 now, they'll head to the line. Second and a yard.
Mike 12, Mike 12. Oh, you got this. Ready.
Now Mon. Reception here by Ruggs.
Didn't they tell us in our meetings that they needed to account for him on each and every play?
You think? A guy of his caliber? So how does a guy like him get that wide open?
That usually means there's a tire breakdown on what the coverage.
He's got him in. Complete. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half.
That's another Las Vegas first down. First and 10 at the 13-yard line.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone.
5 down. Stand up in. 56 Mike. Watch QB drop. Watch QB drop.
Mon going to throw it to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. Carlson able to put this one through. And they jump back in front here. It's 9-7. So he's been a busy man here in this first half. That's 3 field goals for him now.
And not just 3 field goals, but 3 for 3. So even though the offense has struggled a bit putting it in the end zone, they've still been able to come away with points due to his leg.
So still time for the kickoff here. 1 second to go in the half as this one is away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, will just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Going to run it here up the middle. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. So we have reached halftime here in Vegas with the Raiders on top. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? Okay, Coach, yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. It'll be the Broncos getting the football first in the second half as they trail, and we are back underway. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Now, they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
34-yard line.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Love looking to throw it. Eluding the pressure right. And he checks this one down to Williams. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Looking to throw. Love. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
A couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that could really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 47. Play fake. Here's Love. He's got the hook up here on the comebacker. Complete.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. David Onyemata there on the tackle.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
On 2nd and 9, Love. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Yannick Ngakoue in there to bury him for a loss of 11. And the Raiders call on a nickel set here for 3rd down. Love. This one complete to Jerry Jeudy. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line.
3rd and long always tilts to the defense. And I just remember as a player how many times it was hammered into my head. Know where the sticks are and get him down in front of it. But sometimes what happens is you worry about where that is much more than the person who has the ball. And on that play, they didn't have enough focus on him. And somehow he turned a short pass into a first down.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And he's got his tight end Fant. Touchdown Broncos. Noah Fant, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos have retaken the lead. And now, of course, all scoring plays are reviewed, and I think they're going to take an extra long look at this one.
They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How is the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
McManus's point after is good, and the lead is up to 5. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And they'll be working from behind now following the touchdown a moment ago on the opening drive of the half.
I think the guys right now, as they go out on offense, they're zeroing in on one big key. They don't have to do anything differently just because they're down on the scoreboard now. The intent still the same in what they plan to do on offense.
Give them a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Here's Mon.
He's going to air one out. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
Mon looks to throw.
Over the middle, complete. It's Hunt.
And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
That'll give him 8 that time, and that's going to make it 4th down.
Here's A.J. Cole now,
as he's on to punt for the first time. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Good coverage there holds him to just a 2-yard return. Following a punt of 44. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive, that culminating touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
They begin the drive with Williams. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Play action this time with Love.
And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
And when you've thrown as many interceptions as he has in this one, you definitely start getting a little hesitant to throw the ball out wide because that's prime pick 6 territory. That time, he made sure the only guy who was going to catch it was sitting in the 3rd row.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Throwing. Love. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line. It's a sack. Yannick Ngakoue able to record his 5th sack of the season. Here's J.K. Scott now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he's able to get it out quickly, and this is not a bad kick here. A 46-yard punt, 4-yard return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Elsewhere around the NFL, third quarter now in Los Angeles, and it's the 49ers scoring again to open up their lead. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL.
It's going to be a long day. It's going to be a long day. 56 is Mike. 56 is
Off the play fake, Mon. He's going to look downfield for Henry. And this one almost intercepted. Had a chance to come down with it in the end zone, but could not hang on. But the passing windows are just not there. And that's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10.
Out of the pistol, the give to Jones. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
I think this running game, or should I say lack of one, is making this defense look better than what they really are.
3rd down from the gun. It's Mon.
Looking deep for Adams. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Here's A.J. Cole now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. And a nice job here on special teams. This will be down inside the 10 at the 8-yard line. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? But it definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they've got the lead here getting late into the 3rd quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that, but the rushing game almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents. I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
3rd quarter from Southern Nevada. Here's a 2nd and 10. Working out of the gun. Love. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. Good strength, but not able to get a whole lot. Tackled shy of the 10. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves him with 3rd and 9 looming. Here's Love. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty,
And before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14.
They go play action here. Mon. Got a man. It's Darren Waller.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10.
And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25.
Pretty ideal right there. Keep it yourself, get the first down, and get the heck out of bounds.
And knowing him, I believe he's thinking, I can get a few more yards if I just lower my shoulder. But he also hears that second voice in his head. His head coach, and probably his agent too, saying, get out of bounds, man. Don't do that.
And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26.
Well, I think the hope is, with a touch pass like that, maybe you catch the defense off guard, but they were all over that one.
And it is the kind of play that works better against certain defenses, and this clearly was the wrong one to run into. Really nice job getting him down behind the line of scrimmage.
Mon now off of play action.
And that's complete to Adams. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. And they'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down.
Now Mond on the bootleg.
Able to find Waller. That's complete.
And the Raiders are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they find a way to convert there on 3rd and 1.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. Now Jones. And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal.
Pick it up. Mike 56. Mike 56. I got you.
On play action, they'll throw.
And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss it? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal.
56. Gotta do better. Come on, QB, come on. 56 is Mike. 56 is the Mike. Right.
56. Mike, 56. Right there. 56. And we have
Back to throw here.
And he finds Waller in the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Darren Waller, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Raiders have retaken the lead. And now the Raiders will face an important 2-point conversion attempt here.
56 to Mike, boys. 56.
And he'll get into the end zone. So now a field goal would only tie as they up their lead to 3. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Throwing again on 2nd down. Love. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job at bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. The Broncos on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 3. Love from the gun. Throw left side complete. That's Sutton. And he will have a Broncos 1st down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. 1st down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
On 1st down, it's Williams. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Brandon, we just saw the benefits of being able to run the ball successfully. They pick up 4 yards on that carry. So now if you're a play caller, you can do just about anything you want. But on the defensive side of the ball, you're scrambling a little bit. Now you're behind trying to figure out, do I need to blitz him? Do I need to pressure him? How do I gain an advantage on this snap?
from the 41. Love. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Johnson. And the Raiders are going to get the football back at their own 17. So they tried to take the deep shot there, but this defense up to the task.
And a lot of times when you air a ball out like this, if it does get intercepted, there's going to be a lot of space out there to set up a return. And remember, you've got 5 big offensive linemen out there playing on their feet in open space. Not a skill most of them possess that allows for extra yardage on the return.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They get the crucial turnover, just huge, but now they've got the football deep in their own territory, and you got to be careful because if you give it right back, there goes your lead.
Have to be extremely happy with their defense. They received a gift. That takeaway, even though they're deep in their own territory, now they have the football. And you know there's always that alpha on defense, that grouchy guy. Forget what the coaches said. I'll guarantee you, he told the quarterback, we just took care of you. Now you take care of us.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Slant to Adams. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. And some room to maneuver. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. He's been pretty good with his legs in this game. A really nice gain there. Defensively, they've been okay covering downfield, but you got to account for the quarterback, right?
Yeah, and that's the hardest part because normally when you play 11 on 11, it's truly not 11 on 11. Defensively, you don't account for the quarterback in the run game. You account for everyone else and hope that you can catch him before he gets to the first down marker. But as you noticed, he's been doing it a little bit. This time he saved his best for this run.
And saving one of his best for the 4th quarter. Mond looks to throw on 1st down. He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Looks like they went for the combo play there. A nice ample gain on the ground on the previous play. Going for the big shot on that one unsuccessfully.
Here's 2nd and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Well, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
The Raiders on 3rd down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 8. Mond out of the shotgun. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Oh, he left that one in a bad spot, but fortunately it's just an incompletion and not picked to bring up 4th down. Here's A.J. Cole now as he's on to punt for Las Vegas. And there's a work of art right there. Out of bounds at the 2-yard line.
You hate to give the ball away here in the fourth quarter while you're just holding a slim lead, but that punt, absolutely ideal. They pin them inside the 5-yard line. They give their defense a really nice opportunity.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Their defense accomplished step one of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a fourth quarter lead.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And, oh, that is going to be a safety. Now, the 2 points, that's not totally critical at this point. Still a one-score game, but they do have to give away the football with no guarantees they're going to get it back.
Yeah, or at least if they get it back, will they have any time to do anything with it? So they've got to send their defense out there and say, guys, we got to have it right now. Save some time for us.
After the safety, remember, they also need to give up the football, and here's the free kick. This is taken at the 23. And the most curious way there to burn some clock. That was wild, and at the end of all that, it winds up a safety. And remember, following the safety, you give the football up as well, and they free kick it from the 20 now.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And the last time they had the football, they surrendered 2 points on the safety. And they don't want to do that one again.
No, not at all. It's almost like a bases clearing double, isn't it? Give up a couple of runs.
Sure.
just messes things up for you offensively. But now they've got to go ahead, take it, set it aside, and move forward.
And that's caught by Williams. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
At the 27-yard line.
Here's Love. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Off the option, here's Williams. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down. And the trend continues here in the fourth like it was in the first, second, and third. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. The bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
Now Love. Oh, Sutton, a nice catch. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 28.
It's a gain of 23 yards. And the Broncos first down.
Love. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. It'll be a gain of 5. And it's a second down. Now the Broncos will use their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. Second and 5. Love looking to throw. Throw right side is going to be caught by Judy. And he's across for the touchdown, and it's likely the game winner here in the closing stages.
So for those of little faith, guess what? It got done. They now have the lead with that touchdown this late in the contest. I wonder if that was a play they were holding or a play that they just knew would work from past experience.
Well, I just saw it in their eyes on the sideline before starting that last drive, and they did. You're right. They got it done. Looks like they're going to be the winners. Extra point from McManus is good. And it would appear, barring some late heroics, they're going to get out of here with a come-from-behind victory.
Brandon McManus to kick off for Denver.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do take the big shot, you've got to worry on defense. Of course, no one getting behind the defense and make it an easy throw. But nowadays, it's not just the ball being tipped in the air and people in the end zone in a cluster. It's that guy that's short in the end zone who comes up and ends up making the play because he goes unguarded. So there's a lot to think about if you're playing defense in this situation.
We'll see if they can cover all their bases. So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. He's back to throw. He's going to let it fly. A fight for it, and this is caught. It's caught indeed. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you were wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for Denver, they're on a nice early roll as they move to 3-1 with a win here. And they'll return home next week to take on the Cleveland